for the response. If any of you has a question out there, feel free to send your question in our comment section. You can also just send us an email or tweet us or send a message on our Facebook. We'll respond to that. So as earlier mentioned, I'm joined here by two wonderful ladies. They are experts in case management, and I am just going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. Ladies, thank you very much for coming and for creating the time to be with us today. We're looking forward to dissecting further what case management is and how it works. So I will start with you, Lynn. Please kindly introduce yourself and tell us what you do at ODPP and for how long you've done it.
Thank you, Anita. Good morning, viewers. Thank you very much, sorry, for having us this morning. My name is Evelyne Onunga. I am a principal prosecution counsel. I have worked for the office of the DPP for over 10 years.
Wow.
And I would like to assure you that this is the place to be.
Okay.
Yes. Currently, I'm the in charge prosecution to Milimani Law Courts, where we are handling our cases in a professional manner, and in the spirit of accountability, we're ensuring that cases are dispensed expeditiously. Good. As we embrace the case management system.
Good. So it's from you we'll know how this thing works.
Yes.
Karibu sana Siyadha, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Anita. My name is Siyadha. I am an IT officer at the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. I don't have a lot of years under my belt like Evelyne. I'm here for 3 years, and I'm happy I joined the Office of the DPP when they're taking automation of cases seriously, and I'm happy to be part of the team that's implementing it. And I'm here to answer any questions you might be having on the usage and the importance of case management and any other related questions.
The IT bit of the case management system. So ladies, you're saying we have gone digital.
Yes.
The justice system is going digital. And one of the ways you want to talk about it is through the case management system. So maybe you'll start, Lynn. What is case management? And maybe you can also help me.
Okay, basically, case management refers to skills and processes used by actors in the criminal justice system to move and dispense cases. It involves computerization of documents and sharing information through an information system. So ODPP has embraced technology and has automated the process and developed the ODPP case management system. Yes, this is known as, it has been named Uadilifu.
Yes, and I want Siyadha to tell us what Uadilifu is. Ndio Mswahili wetu hapa. Hebu tufundishe Kiswahili. Uadilifu kwanza ni nini na mbona inaitwa Uadilifu?
Yeah, okay. In an IT perspective, before I come to the aspect of Uadilifu and why it's called.
Yeah.
In an IT perspective, case management is a piece of software used to manage case intake, manage case processing, case tracking, and also give reports in timely manner. It also helps in ensuring that information is available for prosecutors at a glance or at a dial of a button. So that's it for the definition of the case management. The other part is Uadilifu, is from Swahili word. I will say its original root is from Arabic, adil, which means something related with justice. But Swahili definition of Uadilifu is can be loosely translated as integrity, can be translated as precision or righteousness. And this has been purposely chosen to tell our users and also the public that whatever goes through this system does not lose its integrity. Data integrity means something cannot be manipulated, cannot be, illegally accessed, and ensuring that at all time evidence and everything that's stored within this system is something that is true and just. Yeah, that is basically, yes. It also ensures accountability and also tell the users, like our own prosecutors, that whenever you are putting data into this system, you are supposed to uphold. It's a reminder all the time, the moment you say Uadilifu. It's a reminder that you are supposed to uphold integrity and righteousness of the information you're putting here so that you dispense justice to the public in an adequate manner.
Oh, good to know. At least we learn something new. So you talked about actors, Liz. Yes. So when does case management start? Who initiates the process?
Okay, the case is started by the investigators.
Yes.
This is where the cases start. So The ODPP case management, it involves an integrated module. It uses an integrated module for receiving cases from the investigative agencies. Now, investigative agencies are like the DCI,
NPS.
NPS, IPOA, ESCC. So we receive these cases. So when we receive cases, that is when the cases are initiated.
When it comes to your office.
When it comes to our office for screening.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Well, maybe it's important to note that Lynn is a prosecutor, and things changed after the promulgation of the new constitution. That now prosecutors are lawyers, and not cops. Remember, we used to watch VTB growing up.
True.
And the picture of a prosecutor was that guy.
Yes.
And then I think all through we all knew that cops handle your cases from zero to the court.
Yeah.
But now things have changed. We are saying that the case management system, and even now that prosecutors are lawyers, cases are handled differently.
Yes.
And I think one of the things we're discussing before we went live is that there's no more loss of files.
No.
Because again, Uadilifu.
Uadilifu.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's very interesting. So then I know I've talked about Vitimbi and all, and of course there's Inspector Mwala, and our picture of a prosecutor is a cop in a blue uniform.
Yes.
But now the picture of a prosecutor is Lynn in a nice suit, looking all glam and chic. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course they are men, not the men. So now the question is,
Yes.
how were they handled before? So a case is logged in. Who logs it in? Just give us a picture of the before case management.
Okay. Before case management, I would define it as manual document filing.
Yeah.
This manual document filing, I would define it as putting faith in people handling documents. And you know, when people are handling documents, you expect all manner of things to happen.
Yeah.
For one, you're sure that you'll not be sure that you'll find your files. There's misplaced or lost of files. The documents can be easily altered. Editing documents is a problem. You know, it's like a volume of papers. When you want to edit it, you have to do it all again. You see? And again, storage. It takes a lot of space to store this.
Yeah.
Lack of security. You see? You find that where we have human contact, you are more assured that corruption will occur.
Something is always at play.
Something always at play.
Yeah.
And you know, corruption is something that is talked about silently.
Yes.
So we used to face such challenges,
Yeah.
lack of security, losing files. Someone can alter a file. You can also, it's also costly because printing papers, getting a photocopier, you know, it involves a lot of money.
I think in lawyer speak, I read it's called documentary evidence.
I'm telling you.
So now it's called what?
You know, it's disclosure of evidence.
Yeah.
You know, when you want to disclose evidence.
Oh, you go with files and
you
files.
go with files and files.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, accessing or retrieving these documents is not easy.
Yeah.
Because you cannot access it at any time.
Yeah.
You access it within limited time.
Yeah.
And again, retrieving documents is a problem.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So now we are saying when your case has been filed, there will be no case of your file is missing. Ama toa kitu kidogo tupoteze file. Ama tutafuta ile file ya 1965 irudi yake tena.
With case management, I think retrieving of file is just at the touch of the button.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, Siyadha, when you talk about the touch of a button, we talk about accessibility and all that. I mean, what are the features of this system? I know you touched briefly on it, but what makes it that solid? Why should we trust it? Why should I, Anita, as a citizen, trust that my file will not get lost or that it will be tracked properly? So how does this work?
That is a good question, Anita. So Uadilifu case management has five models. As Anita has explained, you can see the picture of carrying. Let's say you have 30 accused people, and then you have you are disclosing 30 files to each of them. You can imagine what that volume is, and also storage and archive how it could go. So this is it. It has an e-filing. The charge sheets, and in the morning are processed. They're brought to our office, and the prosecutors enter them, and then we are directly.
Who brings it to your office?
Yes. Okay. Let's say to court stations, the ODPP court stations, not necessarily in your office.
Not here.
Yeah, not necessarily here, but now we have the central intake here. because we have central e-tech at ODPP house.
So the investigative agencies bring the files.
Yes.
So they do this every morning?
Yes.
Okay.
They do that.
So that's called e-filing.
That's the first step of e-filing.
Okay.
So when they bring the charge sheets, prosecutors receive them, make the decision to charge.
Okay.
And that's where they make the decision to charge. And once a file meets the criteria for decision to charge, now they are scanned and then e-filed. That's the first module I'm talking about, called e-filing.
So wait, you cannot log in a file before you make the decision to charge?
For e-filing.
For e-filing, first of all, you receive a file. You have to look at the file. You have to analyze the case. And then you make a decision to charge. Whether there is evidentiary or evidence or public tests, you have to run those two tests. So when you run those two tests and you find that there is sufficient evidence, then you come and register and upload it in the system. So when you're uploading it in the system, there's also approving officer who will check whether it meets the threshold. And then we send it to now the judiciary.
All right.
So that is the e-filing module, and we are directly integrated to judiciary. Let me talk a little bit about integration. The integration eliminates, let's say if we were to process this on our local system, but we are not integrated to judiciary, we will have to physically take the scanned copy, maybe in a flash, and then present it to the magistrate.
Losing integrity.
Yeah, losing integrity, right? So now we are directly integrated to judiciary. So once someone uploads the file and makes the decision to charge and clicks e-file after the approval, of course, as Lynn has explained, we get a court file number instantly. The citation and court file number instantly. And the magistrate on the other side will be able to see that on her dashboard or his dashboard.
Oh, nice.
Like this case, somebody versus Republic versus this and this, timing, everything. And also the documents that are related. So you see, it eliminates all the process of carrying paper and, all the other middlemen where you could be inserting fake evidence or removing or editing. It eliminates all that. And there's another part. You asked a question, can a file not be entered unless the decision to charge? Those are called criminal advisory files. The advisories are different. These are files that come maybe, let's say, from DCI for advice. And then they go through the system, but not to the e-file. The relevant people will be looking at it, saying, is this a file that, needs maybe more investigation? Does it meet the threshold? Goes through the decision to charge threshold, and then a feedback is given to them. If it does, now it will be e-filed directly from the document processing. So that is the e-filing module. Then we have document tracking. As the name itself says, tracking. Lynn has explained about files going missing, getting replaced and displaced also sometimes, and things like that going on. So this eliminates that. So the document is brought to our central intake here at the ODPP, and then the registry officers scan the file, put it in the system, and the file is physically assigned a QR code that has information only that file has, and you have to scan it for you to access. So once the file is allocated to the person who is supposed to be dealing with it, maybe, we have a screening department. After it leaves registry, the scanned copy and the physical copy come to the screening department. And then the screening department decides where this file will go to, let's say, anti-corruption file. Is it a judicial review file? Is it an administration file? Classify and then send it to the relevant person. The moment the person receives, they have to scan the QR code for them even to access the file. Yes. So you cannot say I did not receive this file, and the registry or the physical log has gone missing or something like that. So if I check the system today, I will know Anita has that file. You cannot deny it.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're also introducing a feature. It's under test now. We've not really launched it. Where you have to scan vein scanner. You have to scan your vein for you to access any file in the system.
Vein, what do you mean?
Vein scanning, like you scan the pulse.
Vein, vein.
Yes, not
like
a print.
When you go to the hospital and go to, I think they use it in the hospital.
Yes.
That is like the one you check with the pulse pressure, like that. like fingerprints. Let's say, God forbid, someone can kill you and cut your finger and use a print, right? So it has to pick this pulse. It has to pick the pulse. So it's under test. We have not officially launched it, but it's something we're using. So you cannot deny. You cannot tell me someone else was using your print and your pulse to access that file. So it's 100% sure it's lean.
You can't corrupt that.
You can't.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying by Uadilifu integrity.
Yeah.
You make sure nothing is altered and compromised without.
Okay. So who can track a document? Can I, Anita, as just a citizen, track my case like that? No.
No. In the event the documents they're not public, they've not gone to judiciary.
Yeah.
No, it's because this is evidence that has not been shared yet.
Yes.
So it's part of preventing the corruption of evidence. You get so no one, and only the people who have access. Not even everyone in ODPP. Only the prosecutor dealing with it, and maybe their supervisor.
Okay.
Yes. Nobody else can. So that is the document tracking. So the document tracking is from the moment the document enters electronically to the archiving process. There's a whole lot of process to go through, but up to archiving. Even if you want to retrieve it the next 10 years, it will just be retrieved from archive. And then we have the case tracking, which you call also stock case management. Once the e-filing part is done and the file is at court, anything that happens in that court, let's say court activities, case activities, like if there was a mention, if there was an adjournment, if there was, God forbid, maybe acquittal or something like that, or dismissal or a conviction, any activity that happens there, you're just able to enter that case file and you're able to see. This is to aid our prosecutors and also our senior prosecutors and the management to see whether that case is, sometimes you will hear a case has been registered, nothing happened. You just go to that case file, whether you have a file number or maybe accused name or whatever you have, there's so many such options. And then you're able to see, on this date, there was a hearing. On this date, there was this. On this date, there was a...
So you can't claim you missed a date?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
So the prosecutor will have that on their dashboard and they know, hey, today I have this case at this time and I'm supposed to be presenting this with this. So it's just helping them. Sometimes you're human, you forget, you just remember 5 minutes to time, I have a case. So it helps them ample time to prepare.
Is that what I read, that it is the prosecutor's diary, like virtual diary?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yes. So that is the case tracking.
Yeah.
And any document that were uploaded with it. Not only that, let's say somebody, the accused files maybe another case in High Court, like they're appealing, and they produce some documents, and those documents you can also pull them from judiciary.
Oh.
Yes, okay. You can pull them from the judiciary, and whenever you click, you will see all the cases, whether they were filed by other people or ODPP that are related to that case. So that's case tracking.
So you're saying that when the file, when it reaches judiciary, now I can access it. I can see what's going
on.
Through
our system, you as a prosecutor.
No, now me as Anita. Can I, once it goes to judiciary, it's now public information? It's
public information, yes. Okay. Once it's there, it's public information. Right. You can access it. Okay. We've spoken about case tracking, document tracking, e-filing. So there's e-disclosure.
Yeah.
E-disclosure, as Lynn said, and I was saying earlier.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think sometimes when you go to court, you'll see people carrying suitcases, and then you wonder what is
the picture of lawyers we know. Dragging suitcases, that's going to...
No, we have to embrace the technology. It don't have to be what we used to do in
nice black suitcases.
Okay, maybe they can for aesthetic purposes.
Yes, Maybe it is what's actually inspired them to study.
And in some cases, okay, in the law of Kenya, I think electronic document is admissible.
Yeah.
But in some cases where maybe for some reason that people insist that we need a physical evidence, physical files, I think maybe there are exceptions, right? There are some exceptions.
Yeah.
But now, e-disclosure is the moment you're entering the accused details, you enter the details of that accused, and also if the person is represented, maybe their counsel too. So when you click disclose, everything is not disclosed, right? There are some that are disclosed. So you get to click, you can classify, categorize the documents, get to click the one you want to disclose, and click disclose. It will automatically pick the email that you have entered while you are intaking the case at the beginning. And if there's none, there's an option where you can manually enter the name. So they will definitely now get the email on their side, and I get notified that I sent this email. So this thing of lawyers saying we haven't received, we have not been...
Yes.
The moment it goes, it notifies that this has been sent and has been received and ready, say. So you see, you eliminate that blame game. So that is e-disclosure. Yeah. The other one is reporting. We have reports in real time. If you want to see the number of maybe cases we have filed for the last 1 month, for the last 1 day, even 24 hours, regardless, you can get at a button of just click of a button, you can get any kind of report you wish for. It generates, whether it is station based, whether it is general, whether it's even case type or division type. So that is something we can easily access now. So the case management has made our life easier.
Easier.
Yeah, really easier.
And I want to believe during this COVID time, it's even better because now you don't have to
Yeah.
si lazima mkutane mpatiane paper. It's
So
all,
true. It
yeah?
also it also enables people to work from home. So
Maybe it has
yes.
even made lawyers now, prosecutors embrace digital better and yeah, they're
They
more
have digital
receptive.
hearings, right?
Yeah, we have. Virtual hearings.
Virtual
Okay.
hearings.
Yeah,
So somebody will be at home. The case has been filed here. And they are having, while they're taking care of their child, they're having, I think this thing might even replace maternity leave. People can work from home, right?
People can
Yeah.
work from home.
Yes,
You
yes.
cannot
Mtoto
complain.
akilala, log in.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
interesting. So things have really gone digital. So this doesn't operate in a vacuum. And now I just want us to talk about the actors in that space and what their role is. And just any of you can go. I mean, who are the actors? How do they interact with Uadilifu? And exactly what is their role? We've talked about the investigative agencies and how they have to bring in their files to you. So who else are in this? Who else is in this system?
Okay, actors include the investigative agencies that the ones we named, like the IPOA, DCI, NPS. We also have advocates and judicial officers and the DPP officers. Yeah. So you see, these actors, the actors in criminal justice system, they are all independent, but they do not have control in the justice system. They depend on the other. So each actor, like I'll give an example with the investigative agency. Their role is purely investigation, right? And that is what they do. So when they're finished, they're done with the investigation, they bring their file to us. So what we desire is that maybe they embrace the ODPP, they integrate the ODPP case management so that we can move seamlessly. Because as it is, only the ODPP and the judiciary have automated the process.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's running seamlessly.
The one for judiciary, does it have a name?
It's called e-filing.
E-filing.
Yeah.
It was launched around the same time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, like IPOA and let's say IPOA and I don't know if this
No, it's just IPOA.
IPOA and ESCC. We have plans to integrate with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So once they integrate, even the police wouldn't need to be coming here with the charge sheets. They'll just be filing from their desk, submit it to us. We'll give them a file and a file number just the same way judiciary gives us. And then our prosecutors make the decision to charge. And then we upload them in our e-filing. Not really upload, but let's say transfer the information to e-filing. If there's anything else to add, we add. And then we submit it to judiciary.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So once we integrate.
Is there any other country in Africa that has done this case management system that you know
I
of?
think across the globe they're embracing this, but I can't say with confidence that
There is another.
But I believe it's done across the globe. Yeah.
Because it makes things quite easy, I believe.
So other actors could be like probation, child protection services, prisons. We all we call the NCJ. Yeah, we all actors of the justice system, and this case management system ensures that the wheel of justice does not stop at ODPP.
Keeps running.
It keeps on
But it
moving.
runs slowly, like they say. Sometimes it runs slowly, sometimes it goes fast, but eventually.
It does,
Yeah.
so long as done efficiently. And sometimes by bringing something like this, I think the slowness will have to be faster, right?
It will move faster,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's interesting. So the other question I have, and I keep referring to me because I am a citizen, I'm not a lawyer, I don't hear. So I want to know, does the system consider the needs of the witnesses, of the victims, of the accused? I mean, why should I care that you have case management?
Okay.
And maybe that answers why we're having this broadcast today, because you're talking to the Wananchi. So why should we care that there's a case management system?
I'll say a little bit, and then I will let my colleague Lindsay. So let's say the need of the system, the need of the victim and the accused. And all that. This is something that happened to me. Let's say you are driving and you get a traffic ticket, right? And then the police officer, the NPS now is integrated to, this is a scenario, like integrated to the system, processes the OP, sends it to, makes the charge sheet, sends it to ODPP, and then we also upload it, and then it goes to judiciary. You realize that person, and maybe it's a small offense, a small minor traffic offense, like maybe you just need to pay a fine of 500 shillings. and then you immediately, it immediately goes to court, and you immediately get to pay that, and maybe in an hour or less, you go back to your name. You see, so and normally somebody will have to be detained for 24 hours for them to come to court the following morning and then get that cash bail.
A lot of time.
A lot, and also it also ourselves crowded and all that. You see, and also the corruption part. People will be like, instead of me staying in court and staying in jail overnight and doing all this, let me just pay this nitoe kitu kidogo, this 5,000 this police officer, and lao niende kivyangu, and then tomorrow they will keep on doing the same thing, and that's, I think it will have effect on everything, even on like maybe accidents.
Yes.
Because there's accountability, right?
Yes.
You get your things very fast, justice dispense very fast, there's accountability. And then in the needs of the victims and the witnesses, in our system, we have this option called, when you enter witness data, this optional where you want to, at the jurisdiction of the prosecutor. If they feel like they don't want to disclose their witnesses, and they also don't want to share, maybe it's a minor, somebody minor, or somebody who's at risk, there's an option for you not to enter. Or if you enter, it's secured only for you, not even the supervisor can say, only for you. So we also protect. You can only share that with witness protection services in the event we integrate. And if not, we'll have to disclose it, electronically.
Yeah, just to add a bit, our biggest stakeholders are the victims, right?
Yeah.
And basically the objective of all this ODPP case management system is access to justice and expeditious disposal of cases. So the ODPP case management system, it has an enabler of flawless application of decision to charge guideline requirements that states that a prosecutor owes mwananchi, whereby mwananchi here means the accused person, the suspect, the victim, the investigator. We have the duty to inform them and update them on the progress of their case, the decision to charge made, or the factors we considered to make the prosecutorial
So those are logged
decisions.
in. Are they logged into that in the system now?
This is now, it is in our decision to charge guidelines. Yeah. So the ODPP case management, it enables that flawless application of that.
Okay.
Yeah, the requirements in the guideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that it keeps you, the prosecutor, accountable.
Yeah, it keeps, in fact, we do this, we apply the constitutional principle and values of accountability, fairness, and what is it? Transparency.
Yeah, transparency is important in this. Oh, very, very interesting. So this is all the criminal justice system going digital.
Yeah.
You're saying it is because of integrity. We want to uphold some level of integrity in our systems, and the mwananchi should care because they are considered in all this.
In fact, we are working for mwananchi. They are the biggest stakeholders in this.
You sound like a politician when you say that. Yeah. So the other question is, we've talked about retrieval of data, of those status reports. Why do we need this? I mean, for whose benefit is it?
Okay, when you have data, you have information, and information is power, right?
Yeah.
It's knowledge and power. So, usually you will hear people saying, we have this number of cases we deal with, you have this number of cases, do you have a way to verify? You just take as that person's word, right? Now we can just print and show you, this is the number of cases we have, this is the number of corruption cases we have dealt with, if need be. So the public also, let's say it makes our office accountable to the public, because we can give whatever we have been doing out there. You see, this is the number of corruption cases we have dealt with. This is the number of murder that has been solved. This is the number of, you know what? So at least it also keeps us in check, like whether we are going in the right direction. It also shows us where we need to improve. Sometimes your report will show you your ugly side, right? Like that is true. It will show you that this could be done in a better way. When it's glaring at you, it's something you have to do. Something. So it's also a form of a check, a control check for us. For us. And whatever is a plus for ODPP, I believe is plus for the public. ODPP is here on behalf of the public, right? Yeah. So and also it can give you insights on where you need to improve in further in the dispensing of justice. This is, I think this will need a whole session of its own. It's not something you can just say in a minute or two. I will let Lynn say it.
As Siyadha rightly says, data is very important because it's also a point of reference. you may get a case that was handled before and you get a similar case, you'll need to refer. So it helps you understand how the previous cases were done. And again, it helps the office evaluate and monitor where we stand at in fighting crimes. So when you look at the data, you say which crimes are prevalent. You see, so you know what we are working on. And again, when you know which crimes are prevalent, also it helps you plan and locate resources. So you see that, oh, murder is a lot. There are people are committing murder. This is where I put resources.
Yeah.
Is it
resource
anti-corruption
allocation.
cases?
Yeah.
Resource allocation. It also helps that. Yeah. So data is very important, and we are praying, and it's our desire that it will go beyond just data capturing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do more.
This is another thing that just came to my mind. As we say, we keep on saying the world is going digital, the world is this, and data is available everywhere. And
The world is not going, the world is digital.
the world is already digital. Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
The world is already digital. And we have this issue, this thing called big data, right?
Yeah.
And where we are at a stage where we are embracing AI and data science, right? And that is now analytics.
Yeah.
So maybe in the near future, which could be a year or more, in the near future, we could be having analytical capabilities, add analytical capabilities to the system. And without you even thinking which one is prevalent and what to do, it just calculates this is the number of murder cases we have.
Yeah.
And this is the weapon that people usually emotionally use.
Give
And
you a
it
good
happens,
report.
yes,
Oh, wow.
happens around this area. And it's been committed by this, people maybe like between the age of 18 to this, it gives you a niche, something very specific to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think that will help you in allocating that specific resource instead of like going casting your net everywhere.
Yeah.
So it gives you a sense of direction.
That would be the day there. That would be the day. We come to the end of this broadcast, and thank you very much, ladies. I am hoping that the viewers have gotten something out of it. At least I know I have. Thank you so much for creating the time. Of course, if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. You can send us a tweet. You can even just slide into our DMs like you normally say, and just ask the question and you'll get a response to it. Like you've heard today, we have gone digital, or rather we are in the process of going digital, and most of it is for the benefit of the citizens and for free access, for quick access to justice, yes, and fairness in all of this. So yeah, thank you very much. It's been an insightful discussion.
Thank you.
And of course, we look forward to more of this.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you so much. So
Thank
I
you
think
for
as we
having
come
us.
to this,
Yeah.
to the end, Lynn, maybe before we leave, Monday is International Women's Day.
Wow,
And
that
you're
is
women.
great.
So
Yes,
this,
yes.
this is the power table.
The strength of a woman.
The strength of a woman.
Yes.
So there are two. I've seen two themes going around. There's one, women in leadership,
Yes.
and there's another one, choose to challenge. And I believe you've chosen to challenge your status quo, because even for you, Siyadha, IT used to be a male-dominated field, and prosecutors used to be those men with stiff suits.
Yeah.
So yeah, so happy Women's Day. I hope you have something to talk about on that day, or maybe you can share with us if you have. But for now, I just want to wish you a good Women's Day. Remember the women around you, and of course, congratulate them, adjust their crowns, and cheer them on. Like I cheer you on today. Thank you
very
so much.
Thank you.
Yes. That's the end of our production today. This has been the ODPP Café. We look forward to having another session next week. And thank you so much for being with us. We apologize for any technical hitches. We are going to get better as we go along. And looking forward to next week. Have a good weekend and God bless. Thank you.